Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be game 2 of this best of 3 here. I might have done my overlay a little too early, but regardless, this is going to be game 2 between EleGaNt and I believe here on the EWCL tournament that was played a day ago? 19th or 18th? I don't exactly know which region this was played in, so I don't know which date to use. But yeah, I believe spawning in as the pink undead in the top right, and he will be facing off against EleGaNt, who is down 0-1, playing as the gray Night Elf player, and this map is going to be on Secret Valley. So I think it's been a while since I've casted on Secret Valley. Regardless, not much has really changed. I mean, Warcraft hasn't changed in a good decade and a half, question mark? Might not have been 15 years just yet. Wait. Pretty sure Warcraft came out 2003, right? It's either 2003 or 2001, I can't remember. I think it's 2003. Oh well, it's been a long time. That's basically my point, and yeah. Not much has changed. That is literally the point I was trying to make, and it didn't work out too well. Demon Hunter first for EleGaNt. It should be a Death Knight for, I believe. Yep, there is. The altar is in a weird position, but, or at least his. I don't know. A little unfamiliar with this particular build placement for, I believe, but maybe it will not matter since. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess it would matter a little bit if the Demon Hunter did choose ever to go and harass the Acolytes, but I assume that's where, like, the graveyard and other buildings, slaughterhouse, will be placed, so Demon Hunter probably won't be able to get too much success out of that. Of course, the Warden is a completely different story, but since the Ghoul has seen the Demon Hunters, we'll have to take extra cautions there. Ancient War creeping here to abuse the fact that these gnolls are not that smart. Of course, I always like to point this out, that these creep camps with poison will always try to be evil and spread as much poison as possible. But since the Ancient of War does get poisoned, the AI thinks that it should keep poisoning it, even though it's impossible to, so that's why Night Elves are pretty good in these kind of starting locations. Anyway, Death Knight with an Unholy Aura start is not going to get too much success out of this, especially with Moonwells available. Deathcoil could have been a completely different story here. Like, you could Deathcoil right now, and if EleGaNt was not paying attention, he would get a free kill. But Unholy Aura is gonna help a little bit when it comes to just running around and just healing up passively. It's still a little weak, I think, compared to just going Deathcoil, but I guess you could argue if he did go Deathcoil, the Demon Hunter would just start burning mana. The only reason why the Demon Hunter is not burning mana, I assume, is to just hold off on the amount of mana that is used on the Moonwells, because if your opponent doesn't have an ability that uses mana, what's the point of mana burning? So unless you could actually secure a kill, it's pretty detrimental to yourself, I think. So that's generally the reason, and this is where Unholy Aura should start being its worth, when there are a huge number of ghouls that are going to use it. But yeah, during the harassment, Deathcoil could have been used plenty of times, but yeah, a graveyard is going to be placed to block this location, like I said before. So in the end, the building placements did not matter too much. Demon Hunter didn't go for an extremely early harassment, not like he can with his current abilities. He is level 2, and evasion should be his second ability. I don't think... Oh, he might either have evasion or he's holding on to that point just in case he gets surrounded. And once again, EleGaNt is going to get an archer picked off, surrounded once again. I believe it's doing a really nice job with his surrounds. As I say that, he wasn't able to completely lock down the Demon Hunter there, as he does have boots, so it is slightly harder to
A player's forces are under attack.
get the required amount of units to
A town is under
keep
siege.
them in place. It should be the same heroes, I think, for both sides. It's a relatively bigger map compared to Ancient Isles, but I think it's a bigger map. It might be the same kind of map. It should be Legacy Witch for both sides. Panda might not have too much longevity here, so it is going to be a Legacy Witch. Didn't do too well last game. She got killed off plenty of times, but I think that could be changed with how EleGaNt will play later on. And right now this is a good position to utilize that Legacy Witch, as we have plenty of units that could be picked off there, but the Death Knight is doing a very nice job getting that pathing down. Archer did finally get the killing blow on that one ghoul, and gets a second ghoul as well. Now that the Death Knight is level 2, you can see there that the mana burns are starting to come down. The ghouls, something to point out, still have backpack this time around, so no QT shenanigans here just yet, but if they go to long distance creeping, they can always utilize that backpack upgrade. Death Knight might be biting a little too much there, as no backup. I guess he does have skeletons, but they're not going to do too much. He's just accepting arrows to the face. But other than that, he's not looking to accomplish too much here. Might be able to pressure this creep camp, but yeah, the way EleGaNt's playing right now, he's being extra cautious, not trying to give away any freebies. And he's waiting for his tier 3, which is halfway there. Double Ancient of Law versus pretty much the same thing for Believe, Slaughterhouse, and Crypt Fiends. Black Citadel is nearly complete, so we should be seeing the... actually no, we have the Lich seconds. Okay, so a little bit of a mix up here. The Lich second means... what does it mean? It means more, I guess, killing potential, but less setup. It's a little weird, but we should be seeing the same 3 heroes eventually. It just means that the Lich is going to be higher level than what the Naga would be if he did go second. Frost Nova did. I actually probably did not pick up the Ogre Warrior there. I actually don't know. I think 24 is a little too low for an Ogre Warrior, so might have missed it by a slight bit. Death Knight taking quite a bit of damage. Burrow on the Crypt Fiends there will mean no free kill for Demon Hunter, and that is going to be a Frost Nova to at least push him away. Death Knight was sadly a little low on mana there, so unable to finish the job with a Death Coil. Demon Hunter also has the TP Scroll, so if Death Coil ever did get tossed out, it will just be fizzled out there. Preservation Staff gets picked up, and an Orb of Venom as tier 3 is completed, so that's just 1 Preservation Staff. Like I always say, I always would like to see a second one, as like the amount of units you heal is not only doubled, but like you don't have to save a low tiered unit and then later on a higher tier unit is getting focused down. You don't have to feel bad every time you try and do that, but it does cost gold and it does take time since the cooldown of the shop as well. The Burrow is going to come down from Believe, and the Preservation Staff is going to be used to save the Demon Hunter. Archer is going to get picked off thanks to those frost arrows there, as well as just constant damage and a nice skeleton raise right there. Didn't really block the first bear, but it is laying down a lot of damage on the second one. Unfortunately, double rejuvenates are going to make things a lot harder to actually finish the job. Demon Hunter might have overextended a little bit. Nice Frost Nova there. Kind of hard to predict with Frost Nova, but if you're that low, you just can't take the chance. So a Demon Hunter gets taken down level 2. EleGaNt, that might be the mistake that seals the deal. I mean, like, losing a Demon Hunter this early on is going to make you passive so long until he comes back. I don't know how well he can like hold off against an undead forest right now, because like he's trying to be proactive by going for creep camps, but all he did was prep this ogre warrior up for the undead player to pick up. So you just lose so much map pressure by losing that first hero. It's not even funny. Level 2 on the Lich and level 3 on the Death Knight. That is going to be a 15-second invulnerability potion for him, and a level 2 actually given over to the Naga Witch as well. I'm surprised she actually hit level 2 so early on, but yes, she did. Demon is almost back up, but I mean, EleGaNt's lost so much. He lost a full creep camp, he lost an Ancient of War, and that's pretty much it, but that's a lot. Ogre camp, ooh, a little risky here from I believe, but his opponent is going the opposite direction, so Medallion of Courage, that is going to be +4 strength and intelligence, and a Tome of Experience as well, given over to the Naga Witch. So the Naga has been chosen to take it over the Lich. Yeah, things are not looking good for EleGaNt. He is going to do the opposite Ogre Lord camp, as his Wisp did spot out his opponent doing the other one. Can he do it in time? It looks like he can finish off the Ogre Lord, but can he get out of this in time as well? Kajir's Pipe of Insight, okay, or not Kajir's, Khadgar's Pipe of Insight. Well, I've always pronounced it Kajir, but ever since I've watched the movie, I was like, oh wait, that's Khadgar. Oh, never mind. So yeah, TP Scroll is going to be burned to retreat out of here. For a moment, I thought that the Dust of Appearance got dropped. I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. But yeah, Pipe of Insight, so Brilliant Aura is around for those bears. Extremely useful for pretty much most of these units. But yeah, having to burn a TP Scroll, that was pretty much the only way that he could have gotten out of there, unless maybe he went for the Ogre Lord and immediately backed off, like forget about the other units, but he could not afford to do that. And this is probably not a good place to fight if you're EleGaNt, because you would be fighting over the Fountain of Health, which not an ideal place to fight in, because your opponent does have the control of the fountain, and this is low to high ground. This is not a good fight for the Night Elf player. Is bursting down the Lich, but soon we should have a Death Coil. Nope, not actually. No mana for it. The Lich gets taken down even though we had a TP Scroll and Invuln, so that was definitely a mistake on Belief's part. Even as Naga has an Invuln, I don't know why the Lich did not. Because the Death Knight does not need an Invuln. You could have definitely given over to the Lich, who is much squishier and more prone to get focus fired. So a huge question mark there for Believe. EleGaNt has a lot of gold in the bank right now. Is hovering under that no upkeep, so is Believe. Yeah, so far it is even supply, but in terms of heroes, like the undead hero comp is like monstrous. The amount of burst damage that you can dish out is like no joke. A single unit has, any unit on EleGaNt's side has to beware, aside from those Dryads obviously, since they are spell immune. We have a Shade out, so that might mean we might see some Frost Worms later on. Only time will tell, because we have a plenty number of Dryads for EleGaNt, so Frost Worms might not be the ideal situation for him. And we are gonna turn around, are we? No, not just yet. Troll Warlord, I believe, was the camp taken out there. Right? Camp up here is also taken out, and Expand is underway. Fluid of Accuracy gets picked up by the Naga Sea Witch, so I guess it was EleGaNt that was the one that... Oh, maybe that the accuracy got picked up from the left side. I think the close +9 gets picked up there, and the Death Knight dies. Okay, that was a little weird. Oh, I really hate this happening. As soon as I say that he should have given the invuln over to the Lich, it's gonna be the Death Knight that gets taken out? Why does this happen? Okay, so the Death Knight got taken out at level 3. That was I guess he did not expect that much damage on his main tank. But I mean, it's a lot of damage coming down. Fluid of Accuracy does a huge bonus for these Dryads and Naga Sea Witch here. And I mean, Demon is level 4, he's very close to being a just unkillable demon. Oh, Frost Nova could definitely kill this Naga Sea Witch, but there we go, second Preservation Staff. That's exactly what the second staff needs to be used for. And things might be looking good for EleGaNt, going for that mana burn to prevent the Lich from getting another Frost Nova off. And right now he is almost going to mine off 2 bases, which is just a huge advantage over his opponent. It is going to make him go over upkeep as well, which is nice. Believe is going over upkeep without a second base, which is kind of a risk there, but he has to take it, kind of. Might go for Frost Realms maybe, but I mean, he needs a lot more than just Frost Realms to handle this kind of situation. He needs A-bombs right away, because the Death Knight has shown that he is not enough to face tank all the front line of EleGaNt. Death Coil onto the Demon Hunter to prevent just use up the mana before it gets burnt. More destroyers in the air. With this many destroyers, it's just maybe you don't need Frost Realms, who knows? It's just that these destroyers need the mana. Otherwise they're just doing... They could be doing more, they're just not doing enough. You can see how quickly those bears are falling though, that is surprising. You see those destroyers constantly devouring each other's mana. Death Knight got devoured as well, so he is... The destroyers are just doing a lot of damage with their Orb of Annihilations, and Preservation Staff is probably on cooldown, not able to save them. Borrowed, able to save these Crypt Fiends right there. Oh, kind of. Dust Appearance was used, I believe, to check those guys out. Another bear bites dust, and the last one will finally get taken out. So, another dust being used there. Fork Lightning to finish the job, but Dark Ritual to cancel that, or just deny that kill. Demon Hunter is going to be preserved back home, and the TP Scroll will be used to retreat, but it's just the Naga. Oh, yikes. Ah, where is it? I accidentally clicked out. Sorry about that. That is not good for EleGaNt. He lost a lot of units, and his base is now going to be under fire.
The town's forces are under attack.
Actually was really disastrous. I'm surprised he had so many bears, but apparently that did not matter because they just melted so quickly. Like, I wasn't sure if Belief was confident enough to just absorb the mana from the Death Knight, but he was, and it kind of worked out well for him because those destroyers with mana were able to completely demolish those bears. And right now this is not a good fight for EleGaNt at all because he is kind of outnumbered, and the Tri-Heroes for the Undead is still pretty crazy. Destroyers are swinging away at it against those bears. Preservation Staff is going to save one. The Death Knight is kind of low on health, but he does have the mana pot just in case if he wants to toss out a Death Coil. Nagasiwa's gonna pop the invuln there, and might be a little bit more careful because can't death call a Nagasiwich back to full health. Another mana burn to pretty much negate that dark ritual from the Lich there. I mean, Demon Hunter could maybe go ham, but uh-oh. Yeah, -5 armor, as well as just constant damage from those destroyers. Able to pick up the Nagasiwa, which was good. I mean, she was low in the first place, but it's always nice, but like, will he be able to save this base? I don't know. Being pinged over here. Yeah, 2 low hit point bears. They could easily regenerate each other, but I think EleGaNt is just a little preoccupied. I mean, they should just regenerate each other. EleGaNt is most likely going to lose that second base. The Nagasi, which is being revived through the tavern. More destroyers are on their way. I mean, an abomination or 2 would have been nice to round the comp, but I mean, Belief is just brute forcing this, and it is working. Tree of Life gets taken out here, and the TP scroll is going to be used to retreat. Alright, gold mines have been depleted for EleGaNt, and I believe so the Tree of Eternity, where is it going to go? It should go this way, since this is probably a much easier place to defend, maybe? I don't know. Okay, it's just going to move to the top left. Surprisingly enough, Believe is going to be expanding as well. Normally Undead players don't actually make another gold mine, but this time around he is doing it, and he's going to prolong the game, which is good for him, because if he lost the future fight, there's pretty much no way of actually coming back. And here we go with a fight here. High ground for the Undead player. Rejuvenate is going to be cast on the Demon Hunter and away from those destroyers' range to prevent any devouring of magic. As soon as I say that, that just happened. Frost Nova on a Bear. Roar is going to be used. Not the best Roar, because that is going to be more mana for the destroyers. Death Knight gets taken out at level 4, but is that going to be enough? The bears are just slowly dropping one by one. Lich is being focused down here. Fork Lightning to try and finish the job. Demon Hunter, just one more swing, maybe 2. There we go, one more swing to finish the job. EleGaNt is going to get level 5 on his Nagasiwich, and Believe is now on the run. I have no idea what's going on here. This is just a fiesta, really. And now the gold mine is gonna be cancelled, so ooh, it feels so bad to do that. Gonna lose most of those acolytes as well. Most, if not all, those acolytes, so they are splitting up, but a nice fault line to finish a couple of them off.
A player's forces are under attack.
This is a weird game. I can't believe that EleGaNt is still hanging on there. I'm surprised he got so much while like having very little. So 31 versus 41 here. You can see Believe is going to start unsummoning some buildings. He just, yeah, the gold mine did not work out well, and he is now taking the consequences. Invuln is available for the Nagasiwich, so she will be able to pop it. Should pop it now, honestly. Like, using it to save life is like probably less valuable than just using it to prevent damage. Cool bites dust, and the bear, I thought it was going to rejuvenate, but he does not have enough mana. Now the preservation staff will be used to send the Demon Hunter back home. Very close to level 6. I mean, I don't know if we're going to have that metamorphosis, but it would be a nice way to finish the game. More buildings being unsummoned here. I don't know if the gold mine is going to be the next choice, or just the Lich being revived. It's a whole load of question marks right now. Nagasiwich is very low. Only one statue to heal things up. Destroyers are being used to harass. Won't be able to get the wisps in the gold mine there, but able to finish off the ones in the trees. And here we go, another fight here. Dust Appearance is going to be used to negate the burrow, but the Naga Witch of EleGaNt, oh, so low, but she will be able to slither away. Demon Hunter also half health, so might not have been a smart choice fighting on the Blight. Here comes the Destroyers. They don't have any way of actually slowing these units, but they are flying, so they will be pretty quick. I think, especially with Unholy Aura, they should be quick enough. They are just going to just back off. Alright. Yeah, Belief is just reviving his Lich, and he is going to look for an all-in sort of play. Surprisingly enough, he is unsummoning all his production buildings. I don't know what he spent his gold on. Might have been another invuln, I don't know. But yeah, this is pretty much going to be his army. 38 versus 42. EleGaNt is obviously in the lead since he does have a base to himself. And Believe just has, I mean, these units and the destroyers. But if EleGaNt can manage and just stack up those dryads, then those destroyers just mean nothing. Death Coil onto the Demon Hunter to try and start things off here. I mean, going mass dryads is probably not a bad idea. Like, going bears just means a lot more investment in resources, as well as just getting easily countered by the destroyers. If it goes dryads, there's not enough Crypt Fiends to like focus fire those dryads, so I think those would have been a much better unit choice. But who knows? That's just my opinion. Okay, here we go. Death Knight with no mana. He does have the mana pot available just in case, and there we go. Starting to fight here. Demon Hunter is going to start off half health. Bear is going to drop after those destroyers are absorbing the mana from the Naga Witch and the Lich there. Invuln being popped by the Demon Hunter and the Naga Witch, so EleGaNt should back away, otherwise his Demon Hunter might risk getting killed off. And again, the tables have turned. It is now Believe who is brute forcing his way back into this. Rejuvenate on the Demon Hunter. He is going to pick up a health pot just in case. He got bursted down a little too quickly last time, so he doesn't want that to repeat itself. Slow poison. I mean, getting this destroyer could be huge, but the only question is, can he? Or absorb magics once again. This destroyer has a lot of mana, but it is just slowly burning away. Demon Hunter gets picked off at level 5. Lich gets killed off at level 4 as well. Oh, the Death Knight also gets speared to death at level 5. Just a whole load of deaths left and right. Naga Witch of EleGaNt gets taken down as well, so it's pretty much Naga Witch versus the world here. And this might just be the Naga Witch's win. We'll see. The bear is so close to killing off the Naga. That is going to be all heroes killed off, but EleGaNt... Oh, wait. Is that GG? Wait. Ooh. Who won that? Who won that? I think that was GG from Believe, because I think he maybe saw the hero being revived to the tavern. I don't know. That is going to be a 1-1 score here. I'll leave it at that. I actually don't have a game 3, which is really weird because I honestly thought this was going to be a 2-0 based on the amount of games that I had, but that is not the case. And if that was a GG from Believe, that does make the score 1-1. It didn't seem like it was going to be Believe's win because, I mean, EleGaNt had enough resources to revive a hero again. I don't know. We'll just leave it at 1-1 there. hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys again next time. I don't know when that will be, but hopefully it will be soon.